Thanks for visiting my poster. I'm a research coordinator at the Child and Parent Resource Institute located in London, Ontario. CPRI is a tertiary service provider to children and youth with complex needs, including mental health, developmental disabilities, and autism. Our clients are generally children and youth who've exhausted community supports. Since we provide essential inpatient and outpatient services, CPRI remained open during the pandemic, with the majority of staff and clients participating in service delivery remotely by phone and video. We implemented an evaluation to find out about the experiences of family and staff with the switch to remote services. This was first and foremost to ensure quality of services and to advise management in their decision-making during the pandemic and into the future. From June to November 2020, staff were surveyed each month and asked to report on the past 2 weeks, yielding 245 responses. Caregivers were surveyed after each remote appointment, yielding 155 responses. Overall, we found that during the pandemic, timeliness of services and caregiver satisfaction were maintained, but with some limitations. Caregivers' responses were generally more positive than staff regarding the equipment and technology working well, feelings of privacy and safety, that clinical goals were met, and that positive rapport was developed. Looking at the top graph, we see that the majority of caregivers connected with staff on a personal level, felt that staff understood their concerns, and caregivers reported a high level of confidence that they would be able to follow the recommendations. One limitation we found was that almost half of caregivers and most staff reported challenges engaging the children and youth by phone and video. Also, in the center graph, we see that staff's connection with colleagues appeared to be impacted more negatively with outpatient than inpatient teams. And this pattern could be because some inpatient staff continued to work on site. We had some clients receiving services in residence with safety measures in place. In the free text section of the survey, we had a lot of comments from staff expressing strong feelings of loss of personal connection with team members while working off-site. One staff described collaboration with colleagues as the secret sauce of CPRI that we can't afford to lose. Looking at the bottom graph, when asked if remote services are just as effective as in-person, only 37% of caregivers and 13% of staff thought so. The data suggests benefits of blended model of in-person and remote services to be based on clinical judgment and the unique needs of clients and families in considering future service model options. Remote services may have the greatest value for some meeting types as an efficient means for checking in to provide support and for maintaining client and family engagement in the treatment process. In-person services may be most beneficial for the first appointment to establish rapport, for clients and families with language and/or technology barriers, for younger kids and those whose severe complex needs are such that engaging through technology is just not possible, and for assessments requiring in-person observation, testing, and physical examination. This evaluation gave us several ideas for future investigation, such as what is the impact of remote services on therapeutic alliance? Do treatment outcomes differ? And does this impact clinician work satisfaction and burnout? Right now, our leadership team is using these experience results to build a hybrid model of service delivery for the post-pandemic future. Thanks for listening, and feel free to contact me with any questions.